Thank you for listening to The Afternoon Pint. We are an independent podcast and we need your support. Please take a moment to hit that like, follow, and share button. Email us if you have an idea or suggestion for the show. Please send your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to The Afternoon Pint. I'm Mike Tobin.
I am Matt Conrad.
And who do we have with us today?
Tenille Goodspeed.
Tenille Goodspeed and
Meg Brennan.
Meg Brennan.
And we are here at the Oxford Taproom.
And one of these two people, I think, works for the Oxford?
No, it works for Garrison.
Or works for Garrison. Okay, sorry. Meg?
Correct. So we should have entered with who we are. We just said our names thinking that people know us well enough.
We just take our time.
Yeah.
No rush.
So I am with Garrison Brewing. I'm Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Retail Operations.
Amazing. And how long have you been with Garrison?
10 years. 10
Wow.
years with Garrison. Yeah.
That's a heck of a run. What do you do?
I'm the executive director of the Halifax Jazz Festival.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some big titles here.
Jazzy. Yeah.
So it sounds a lot better than podcaster.
Two people with cooler
Depends on the
jobs than
crowd.
us.
We have power suits on right now. I don't know if you noticed our pants.
I really
and
thought you were going to be filming
blazers.
this.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry we lied to you there, guys. Yeah, you guys did all your makeup. You guys look wonderful, by the way.
Yeah. No one will ever see it, but
Yeah.
you know.
I'm showing
You're
up a
paid to
little
say that.
hungover today, guys. So Matt and I had an event last night. We a podcast networking event by Echo Summit, and it was really brilliant. It was all about community. It was the entire focus of the event.
Cool.
And a little hungover from that because it was a great after party. But community. I mean, really, I think this is where Garrison, where you both have have done such an amazing job. So I want to go way back in time about Jazzfest, about Garrison's relationship with Jazzfest. And how did this all start where you guys started working together? Take me back to then.
I mean, that's a little before both of our times, but Halifax Jazz Festival is celebrating 40 years this year.
Awesome.
And I believe next year Garrison is 30.
So
Yeah.
this will be our 29th festival this year.
Yeah. And I think maybe 28 years ago, Garrison and Halifax Jazz partnered up.
Yeah, it was Moosehead before Garrison got involved. And
Beating out the big dogs.
yeah, and it was kind of the first. Garrison had just started, so it was year one. And Brian Titus, I don't 100% know who he got talking to, but ended up basically pitching a reason why, like, hey, we can do this. This is a great festival. It had been moving around multiple locations, I think, at that time. And they figured out a way to, I guess, like weasel Garrison's way into the festival. And it's been year over year since then. So yeah, this will be our 29th year. And again, I've been with Garrison 10 years, so it's a
Third of
piece
Garrison's
of it.
life. That's amazing.
A third of it.
Yeah.
However, just knowing a bit of the back history and seeing the way that, Garrison was involved with Halifax Jazz and continues to grow with the festival and go through different hoops and hop arounds as challenges are thrown both of our ways. But I think year one would have been kind of a really, really cool thing in the world of like craft beer, because it was always with like larger festivals, it was always Labatt, Molson, on the East Coast, Moosehead.
You don't see that as much anymore. Now I see I see Garrison at a ton of events, but we do see a lot more craft brewers and stuff at these events. I think that's a really great thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Garrison's actually like kind of a tip of the hat to them, because Garrison, you started with Jazzfest, but I mean, you guys have
Wanderers,
involved
man.
in the Wanderers, the soccer team. Like there's Burger Week and there's
Other festivals we won't mention on this podcast.
Well,
right?
they're not competitive, but it's also the comedy
You're at a different
festival.
time of the year. There's not a competing festival
Right?
while you're running, is there?
Not at the exact same time, no.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah,
No, it was. This is the first year that Halifax Jazz and Pride
Aren't
are
at the same time.
Yeah, it's like two people that are running the festivals talk to each other and figure out a way
planned around that. Yeah.
to
When
make
does
it work.
July start this year?
July 7. So it's
Okay.
July 7 to 12.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been to many of your shows, and I'm a huge fan of just music in general, and the diversity you get at Jazzfest is second to none, right? It used to be jazz. Now it's like you have to look for the jazz a little bit, right? Because it's kind
there.
of mashed in with all this other stuff. And I wanted to tell you one of my favorite concerts I ever saw in my life, and I used to go to a lot of shows. I don't so much these days, but Thundercat performed.
Oh, amazing.
And I had like this huge admiration for this person. I never thought I'd get to see them live because they're not a big act. I mean, but
I've never even heard of
and they live in
Thundercat.
California.
Thundercat
so
to me is
cool.
like the cartoon from the 80s.
Oh yeah, well, he plays
Also
off that,
cool.
but he has a
Gotta
10-string
Google it.
guitar,
Yeah.
a wonderful voice singer, R&B guy,
Yeah.
smooth, has kind of like he's a weird guy. He's really funny and kind of strange. But yeah, no, me and my partner, we got to see him live and sat at a table, watched him one night on the waterfront. One of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Thank you for saying that. That's
Yeah.
not one that comes up so often, but I think Thundercat is a real pioneer in what he's doing. So
Oh,
it's always great
so you're a fan also?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Suicidal Tendencies, formerly of Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's a
What a
really unique
wicked
guy.
name.
He's kind of
Wicked
got like a
name,
bit of a
Thundercat.
Doobie Brothers vibe meets I don't know if there's jazz there, maybe a little, but he's a little bit of everything. He's a real virtuoso. Is that the
Yes.
word?
Yeah, that's the word,
Surprised I got that out. I'm a little hungover this morning.
On a non-hungover day, that's a hard word for you.
Yeah, I know. Maybe that's what I need to sound better on this show. Like I'll sound a little less.
So what you're saying is
I'm
we have our
speaking
pints
slower
the night
today.
before
Yeah,
and then
and
record
then-
the
So it should
podcast.
start
Yeah.
be last night's pint, and we do it like now in the morning. Because what's great about you guys again, I'll say one more nice plug about Garrison. It's like the coffee shops in here now.
Yeah.
There's one here, and there's one at that new spot you guys.
There will be. Yeah, we're working on getting that up and running. So Seaport's been essentially closed since January, undergoing a huge renovation after 20 years at that site.
Looks awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
it
it's
was-
coming together.
It's cool seeing what you guys are doing with the place. I
I
love
wasn't
the.
allowed to
We'll
go.
let you at some
I heard
point.
you weren't allowed to go.
I wasn't allowed
Yeah,
to go.
it was.
You'll-
It didn't have its makeup on yet, quote unquote.
Yeah, it wasn't fancy enough for Tenille. We will roll out the red carpet for her. And,
What does that say about me and what does that say about them?
We trash.
Well, I didn't
She's like,
invite
I've seen
them.
these guys. They
That's true, technically.
This one's hungover.
To be honest, they just showed up. I don't even know if they were invited. They just kind of came around.
kind of like
and-
whenever a new beer place pops up, it's like Batman. We
smell
get
it,
we're
yeah.
like, do the Batmobile. We
windows
just-
up.
Yeah, yeah. But geez, what was I going to go with that?
You were talking about
coffee.
Coffee's great.
Yeah, coffee's great.
You're
but yeah.
hungover.
I'm hungover. Yeah, I'm going to say that a lot today.
But
I'll
you
probably
can-
keep saying that.
You can say smart words when you're hungover.
I can say better words, and I'm talking more slowly today, which I've been trying to do for years. I have a hard time with that. But anyways, back to you guys.
The location of the show, that's one thing is like now that it's down on the water, I mean obviously that's amazing. Like that's I think the place it should be. I remember back in like 2008, it was where the library is right now.
Yeah, the Central
And
Library.
Yeah, and it's like
Queen Street.
in one way it kind of that was kind of cool because I'll take a hot take. I think Spring Garden was cooler back then.
Agreed.
For us Dartmouth folks that would come over to Halifax, you would
That
go to
was the
Spring Garden.
place.
You
That
wouldn't
would
go
be the
anywhere else.
spot
You
where
go
we
to
would check
Spring
out.
Garden.
100%.
So like I think Spring Garden really had soul back then, and so it was kind of cool that it had it there. But I mean, nothing beats down the waterfront, especially now all the renovations, things like that. You can walk from Garrison all the way to the casino, where the casino will no longer be. So, but it's awesome. Like you can have a lot of. Do you find that? Because it's down where it's at now, that you have people who don't know anything about it and they're just kind of stumbling in. They're like, can we come in? Can we whatever? Like, and can people do that?
Yeah, absolutely. We've actually designed the site so that people kind of haphazardly walk through.
Nice.
It's actually wide open during the day, so it's totally free during the day while we're up and running. And the way that we've designed it is that the boardwalk goes right through our site, so people sort of just walk in, and then here's this huge stage where people are performing, and lots of your cruise passengers, the tourism, all that kind of stuff comes out and comes through. And I don't think we would have gotten that much on the Spring Garden site. So
No, I don't know if people walk up that far with the cruise
Not
ships
anymore.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really understand how much free programming the festival puts on. Like, it blows my mind the more I've learned over the last few years how much free programming.
yeah, on average, it's about 60% of our festival is free.
That's
so
huge.
Yeah.
all of our daytime programming, we do have one evening show that's free as well. And as I mentioned, this year is our 40th, so we have additional free programming. So we're actually 75% free this year.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool sell. So anybody
Yeah.
can come down and check this thing out in the
Yeah.
day, stick around if they want, and there'll
Well,
be beer there.
In a day
Always
and
beer.
age,
Okay, good.
in a day and age when people are talking about affordability, here you are providing free entertainment, which I think is vital for,
Yeah.
a growing city. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of our biggest mandates, right? World-class music should be accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
And accessible means a whole bunch of things, and cost is a barrier for folks. So we try to build community in that way, and it's our goal to continue to do that as much as we can.
I love when world class is paired up with local artists. I think that's
yeah.
the best compliment, and that's what you guys do year over year. I think that's a really cool thing. Who are some of the acts you are super excited for this year?
I hope you're enjoying a pint with us. We'll be right back. Your dream home does not have to be just a dream. Today's show is brought to you by Camilla Nejat of Exit Realty Metro. Camilla is the realtor who knows how to get things done. Buying or selling? Go to afternoonpint.ca and we will help with a personal introduction. That's afternoonpint.ca/Camilla to make your dreams become a reality.
We've got a great lineup of headliners. So we're also 90% Canadian this year, which is a big thing that I'm pretty proud of considering everything in the world these days.
Yep.
So we've got Bahamas. Broken Social Scene is coming out.
Oh, man, awesome.
Yeah. Men I Trust out of Montreal. She's sort of up and coming, just was on tour with Billie Eilish. So that'll be a great show. And then our free night is Rose Cousins, so East Coast Darling there. And then our one main headliner from the States is Tower of Power, which is a nearly 60-year-old funk band.
Oh, they're awesome.
They're so cool.
Oh, that'd be a show to see for sure. What night are they playing? Are they
They're
Sunday?
on the Wednesday, July 8th.
Oh, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a great show. And the Mellatones are opening for them. So,
They're awesome.
I mean,
And they can't
local
miss.
heroes.
They're always fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Who do you think would be maybe someone that's like super slept on that's coming this year that you're like, got to hear this person.
Dark horse.
Or you got to hear this.
So Alicia Biro
Yeah.
out of BC.
Okay.
So that would be in the jazz category. It does exist at
Okay.
the Jazz Festival. She'll be at the Carlton. She's a really, really cool up and coming singer-songwriter in the
Nice.
jazz world. So really worth checking out. And then another one is a band we have coming over from Niger called Étrange de l'air. So really cool Nigerian rock band coming
okay.
to the marquee.
Okay, yeah.
Nice. How big is the rock band? How many people?
There's 4.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just regular size rock band. Yeah.
Regular
I've seen
size rock
a Nigerian rock band last year, and it was like a massive ensemble, right? And
Was it at our festival?
it was at Stanfest.
Oh, it's
I was Stanfest
Stanfest.
last year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder who that was.
I can't remember.
We had they weren't from Niger, but we had Femi Kuti last year.
Oh, okay.
And that was a big band. That was a really cool show.
So I was at that show. I
Yeah.
had no idea who they were, and I went to the show, and it was probably one of the funnest nights I've had in a really long time.
Awesome.
Like sweaty, hot in there. Everybody was
Air
dancing.
conditioning was broken.
There was somebody that was probably 90 years old taking a nap in a wheelchair behind
way.
us, and then in front of me there were
Graham
like
Hicks.
20-year-olds, and it was just such a diverse audience, and it was super fun. And that's, I feel like with jazz, and again, it's a little bit different because we're a partner and a sponsor of the festival, so we have access to it, but the free shows, people are going and checking out and discovering music that they have no idea existed. And again, it's just kind of like opening the doors, and you can bring your kids.
Yep, it's all
It's
ages.
family friendly,
Yeah.
and I think that's a really special thing. And again, you can't leave the house without spending $100 these
Yeah,
days.
that's right. Yeah.
So if you have
We
children,
cost less than bowling.
yeah, exactly. If you
Bowling's
have-
a luxury now, man. I took kids bowling. I was like, "What? $60? Is
Try going to the
I paid
movies.
$80 to go bowling?" I'm like, "What happened to this world? Bowling used to be your parents used to send you to go bowling because it was the cheapest thing to do.
It used to
get you
cost
out of the house.
$5 to bowl.
It would cost you nothing to go bowling.
Actually, they'd pay you to
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah. I just remember it was like
the shoes were
$5 all you can bowl on Friday night.
Yeah. Oh man.
we actually, there's a really cute story that came out this year, and I actually know the person because he goes out with our babysitter.
Okay.
For the kids. She was a girl working at the
This
daycare.
is new to me.
And Luke is his name.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he started going with his dad to the festival as a very small child, and they went every single year. And I was really like, I thought it was a beautiful story. And then the first time I brought my daughter, who's now 7, to an outdoor festival was Halifax Jazz. And she was 3 years old. And we've gone every single year since. And now she goes, we've got another friend that is in the music industry, brings her daughter. And it's just this like thing that we look forward to every summer.
Wow,
so
that's
from
cool.
a personal level, it's been really cool. But I think like, again, in this day and age with the cost of living, knowing that you can actually go for free, go and see live music.
Yeah.
Bring your family. It's just incredible. Like it doesn't, I don't think that.
It's great for Halifax. It's great for the economy.
I'm gonna
'cause-
hire you as my PR person.
Yeah, well, I think she's the VP of something.
honestly,
I thought I heard her mumble something
for
earlier.
Garrison
yeah.
and Halifax Jazz Festival.
Yeah, no, well, yeah. I mean, and it gets people spending money downtown still because they might stop for ice cream or get a coffee
well,
or a beer, right?
Yep.
So
It makes it kind of optional, right? Like it's kind of like it's almost like a pay what you can type of thing, right? Because it's like if you go
100%.
down, the baseline is free, but then if you want to have some drinks or coffee or whatever, food, blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
you can, right?
Well, and even the festival itself is sort of structured in that way. We have a kids zone, we have a bar, we have food, like it's got everything you need, shade, dance floor, all those kinds of things. So it's got a little bit of everything.
Also, reasonable beverage prices available.
There we go.
at
Thank
you.
Halifax Jazz, which has always been Halifax Jazz has always supported local, like it's been in your mandate
Yes.
and
Yep.
and so forth. So you could easily take a paycheck from a bigger company just to be like, here you go, here's some money and sell our product that isn't really relevant or made here in the province, but it's always been really, really fantastic. And then, you can go and not have the sticker shock when you're going up to the bar buying a beer.
Yeah,
Festival
sure.
pricing is a thing, like
Yeah,
it
it is.
exists.
Or
Everything's
venue
really
pricing.
expensive.
it can be very expensive.
But it's Halifax Jazz is very reasonable.
Well, I think it's important as we're trying to build a community here. And I think that that's more than just putting musicians on stage. It's hiring industry professionals. It's working with local suppliers. It's all of that. I mean, most, if not all of the people who work for us in one way, shape, or form are from Atlantic Canada, and certainly most of them from Nova Scotia.
volunteers, like that's one of the most
Insane.
impressive things about Jazzfest is you'll see this super enthusiastic young person usually, and they're just bouncing up and down, happy to be there, and they're spending their whole weekend dedicated to you guys, supporting all the acts. And then they're good, so they get to kind of sneak and watch the show at the end. And
That's the
I
part.
think that's really cool. How young are your volunteers? Like, where do they start at? And
Because we're an all ages event, we welcome kids as long as they're with their parent or legal guardian. So a friend of mine brought her son last year. He's 6,
wow,
and he was on the site
he was
team.
running the beer tent, was he?
Yeah, that's right. Don't tell alcohol
Starting
gaming.
young.
No, he was working on the site team, so he was running around picking up garbage. He thought it was the most fun thing in the world.
That's awesome.
We did have a freezy stipend for him, so he could
Okay.
go to the merch tent at any
Checks
time
out.
and get a freezy. So
That's pretty cool,
he
Doug.
was quote unquote paid.
Yeah.
But anybody can come. We have 400 plus person strong volunteer team.
400?
400
people. 400 people.
400 people.
That's a small army.
It's a small army. Do like 4,000 hours of work every year. So
Insane.
it's an incredible thing. We just had our volunteer orientation the other day, and I'm looking at people who have been coming for 30 years
Yeah,
as a
I
volunteer.
imagine.
I started as a volunteer, like way back in the day. I was a bartender.
Cool.
Like slang the Garrison. Yeah.
The draft.
Yeah, the
We've moved away from draft.
We
It's
don't
all
do draft anymore. I can't deal with the kegs.
So I guess like for anyone listening, people are always going to wonder like, how do you pay for it? Like, how does this thing happen at such a world class, event and doing so much of it for free? How does it get paid for?
It's a combination of things. My line of late, specifically because we're all. Here's a
Oh, sorry,
bus,
truck passing.
everyone.
Yeah, wait, live audio. It's all right.
My line recently, because of course the cost of everything is
Yeah.
a really big conversation for everyone, is that this is calculus. It's a very complicated equation of how we pay for the things and bring the revenue in. So it's a combination of a whole bunch of different things. We do get government funding, of course, but most of our funding actually comes from, or revenue comes from ticket sales and sponsorship. So corporate.
Well, you see, like
Partnerships.
IBC TD there often,
Yeah.
and all the big banks are usually sponsoring you guys as well. A lot of these other big brands, right? So,
Yeah, they come
Doing what
in.
they should be doing.
Yeah.
Giving some money back. They make so much of it.
Yeah, trying to make themselves look good.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's such a healthy thing, man. Yeah, like, what was one of your favorite Jazz Fest performances of all time?
The one that comes to mind when anybody asks me that question is Lauryn Hill. In
Wow, cheers to that, Lauren. That's a cool
cheers.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers to Lauryn Hill. That's
that's
a flex.
She actually has like one of the best albums of all time.
Yes, yeah.
Well, really,
Miseducation?
Yeah. I mean, I think there was really only that album, wasn't there? Or there was one album after? I can't remember.
I think there was one after, and obviously like her time with the Fugees. But
Yeah.
it was a really cool concert for a number of reasons. Obviously, just the fact that it was Lauryn Hill, but there was also a lightning storm during the concert, so it got called off for half an hour while the lightning passed
Even cooler,
over.
she sang the Exodus song while the lightning was going. That was wild. Yeah.
But then she came back on, and it was like it's like you almost got two concerts out of it, right? Because she was kind of building up, and then this break happened because of nature, and then she came back on and was just on fire. So it was really cool.
I'm like, I can't honestly recall if I saw that or not. What
That
year
would
was
have
that?
been in 20. No, it was 2016. 2015,
recent?
16.
Wow.
I
It was that
mark it
recent.
as it was before kids for me, and I was there, and it was wicked.
It was just before, and I know this because I had moved to Toronto and worked festivals out there for a little while, and it was just before I left for Toronto, so I think it was 2016.
Was it
first year I
Was it
moved back.
before or after Anderson .Paak?
Anderson .Paak was 2017,
That was a wicked show.
which was also a wicked show. I did not see it. I've seen Anderson .Paak in other concerts, but I heard great things about that.
That was
one.
right before he blew up.
Which
Was
is
it?
just
Right
like
before.
my favorite.
I knew who he
thing.
was really well because he was like affiliated with Kendrick Lamar a lot at the
Yeah,
time
of
and the
course.
whole hip hop scene. So
Yeah.
like I knew who he was very well.
You
when
knew
he
his
came,
tapes.
right?
That's what you're
I
saying.
knew
Yeah.
all his stuff, and so I was super like jazzed that he was coming. I got that. But now, are there any hip hop acts this year? I looked through it. I didn't notice any because you guys always had like hip hop, and I've
Yeah.
always like last year you had Killer Mike here.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. We had
was
Big
that
Boy
2 years
last
ago?
year.
Big
Yeah.
Boy, Big Boy of
Yeah.
Outkast. I
Yeah.
mean, again. I missed that one. I wish I could have. I wasn't in the province. I don't think at the
shoot. It
time,
was a
but I
good
would have
one.
been there
Yeah.
to see him.
Are you trying to get a gig, or is that what it's
Well, no, not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Are you a hip hop artist? And you don't know about
No,
this?
I just love hip hop music.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. He does.
Okay. I had my
Where
time
is
in the
it?
sun. Now it's all buried.
Yeah.
Can you
buried
rap
in
for
the
us,
dirt.
please?
He had a
Not
song. He
today.
had a song played
Please.
on the radio. At
Especially
one point.
not today.
You had a song on the radio?
What?
What was your performance name?
T.O.B. Because my last name is Tobin. I'm very unoriginal.
Yeah.
T-O-B.
Yeah, there you go. But
We're gonna have to. We'll
Please
dig.
freestyle for us.
yeah,
dig.
I love.
He won't do it.
Garrison
He won't
Brewing.
even make
It was
eye
really,
contact
really
with
good.
me.
Guys, this is cool. You should see it soon. There you go. That's all you got today. But I am hungover, so maybe I'll work
my
on some
gosh.
material
No,
for
Do you
you.
want to do a show
Yeah.
at the new Seaport Hall?
No,
Please?
that would be a dream.
Sponsored
actually.
by Jazzfest.
Yeah. Do the after party
We
on
talked
the
about
side.
something after that somebody came to me about last night.
Yeah, seriously.
A
That
friend
one's recorded.
of mine actually at the podcast convention. I could tell you about it later, but I won't throw that on the
Yeah,
show here.
no.
But yeah, I got an idea. Maybe down the road. Yeah.
Cool. I'm all ears.
But yeah, anyways, yeah. What were we talking about now?
Hip-hop
I'm all
and jazz.
embarrassed.
Talking
I'm
about
all
you.
embarrassed
No,
now.
yeah, I know. You know, you were
and
asking
any
about
hip hop shows
Yeah.
this year?
Not this year. I mean, there's some in the undercard, so that would be the daytime shows.
Okay.
There's some hip hop artists coming through, like local folks. It comes down to the jigsaw puzzle of trying to get artists out here. So
Yeah.
scheduling and
Do you find it
tours and all that
harder
kind
to
of stuff.
have like hip hop as a headliner? Or did they do really well last year, or were the ticket
It
sales?
really
as good?
depends.
Yeah.
I mean, ticket sales in general are a tough thing, regardless of genre these days, for all the things that we've sort of already talked
Oh, I know.
about.
Yeah.
But yeah, hip hop tends to be a bit of a slower burn here in Halifax. We've had some really, really great people, like you said.
De La
Killer
Soul was
Mike,
here.
De La Soul,
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Common.
yeah. Yes.
You know, lots of great artists. But it really comes down to like, are they available at the
Right.
time that we need them? Where are they? What are they trying to do? How much do they cost? All this kind of stuff. So it's a bit of a puzzle in that way.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who would you want us to have? And don't say Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. We can't afford them.
No.
He would probably go deep roster anyway.
Pardon me?
You would probably go deep roster anyway.
I would. I mean, there's so many people I'd love to see. I would love to see like a marriage of like some local artists. I also like folk music quite a bit and country. Like I'm really all over the place. So I'm a big fan of local Ben Kaplan lately. I've been
Oh,
listening
yeah,
to his
yeah,
latest
he's
record
great.
quite a bit, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get him on our show here soon. And
He just announced a big tour.
yeah, I know. Yeah, he's just coming off one, and we were actually going to get him on the show before he was leaving.
And then
We
he went
couldn't
on his
line up
tour.
the tie. We were going to meet him here actually at the Oxford, but he said he'd come on. I just got to try to get him nailed down, right?
Yeah.
Well, it takes a little bit of effort sometimes to
Yes, it
get these
does.
nailed down artists, right?
I would know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you would know definitely. But yeah, I don't know, hip hop artists you would think
Yeah.
for down there that'd be great. recently that's out now. I mean, hip hop's changed so much. I'd probably go back into someone that like I really loved, like Ice Cube.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
I would rather see like my favorites from when I grew up than like see some of the guys
Didn't
today.
Ice Cube play in like Truro?
Yes,
Yes, he
did.
did. Yes,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, I didn't go, but
He'll do
I
anything
heard-
for a paycheck.
I heard it was a great.
No shit, you said it, not me.
No, he said that.
Did he really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Like back in the day when people were calling him, because Ice Cube was pretty hard back in the day, and then he did like Daddy's Home or Daddy Daycare or something like that.
Oh my God, the
And they were
movie?
like, and they were like, why would you do that? You're like this, hard guy, and he's like, paycheck.
Yeah,
You pay me, I'll do whatever you
I
want.
mean, at least he's honest.
I guess Ice Cube be really cool, but I would like to see probably someone also like Q-Tip. Maybe more contemporary. Tribal Quest is probably one of my favorite groups of all time, and I wish Fife Dog was still alive. Back to Ice Cube though, where he did a song with Quake Matthews. Hey, here from Halifax. Did you know that?
I knew that.
So there was a competition to get on an Ice Cube remix.
Oh, yes,
and you
yes.
could submit your bars and you could submit your verse, and he submitted his verse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quake's great too.
And 15 years ago, I was on a rap song with Mims.
With who?
Do you know who Mims is?
No.
So Mims, nobody probably knows who Mims is. So Mims did a similar contest, but Mims had a popular song I'm sure you both know. It's like, this is why I'm hot. I ain't holding back.
yeah.
I can make a million. So he did that song. Everybody loved it. It was a super,
Mims?
Mims.
M-I-
M-I-M-S.
Okay.
And he had like one of the first open bar contests that I've ever seen where you could record. And I was living on the corner of North and Robey with my
TOB.
buddy at the time. Yeah. I put it up as TOB and I was talking hard gangster stuff, but they can't see me. They don't know. Right. So I was having a great time with it. I put it in the verse, like me and my buddy Joel at the time, we had a little recording studio in the kitchen.
Yep.
Right. Like that we lived in, at the house we lived in. And we recorded the song, sent it, and I got on as a finalist of all these like tier Raptors. This guy's down in Florida now, right? And all these other guys, and I was probably the only Canadian, right? Did really well. So I was
Good
like
for
sending my
you.
song to people with like super polite emails, like, "Hi, please listen to my new song." And it's like you listen to it,
Sorry.
it's like boom. So it was probably the most confusing like thing ever. They're like the little nice guy that looks like he's
They were
working
like,
at a
"Wait,
gift
send a
shop.
photo."
Is a low key
Very
gangster
unassuming.
rapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
the
caught it.
Newfoundlander who can't say Tuesday is
I can be quite
He's a
articulate.
virtuoso.
Yeah, if it's in rhyming pattern, I'm okay, right? If I rhymed the whole show, I might be a little better. But anyways, enough about that. I was in, we gotta leave
I love
this.
it.
This is
No.
the most I've ever talked about.
Can
that.
I just say that Mims sounds like a 9-year-old lady's name?
Memes?
Okay, do you know the Sword in the Stone, like
It stood for the music
animated
of my soul.
Miss
course.
Mim?
Right. See?
That's
Okay,
what
that's
I
story?
thought of.
What is it?
The Sword and Stone.
Miss Mim.
Oh, that old
like
cartoon.
animated cartoon.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
like Miss Mim. I
Yeah,
think.
right on.
That's what I thought.
So
of.
now I have to ask you guys. You guys have
Yeah.
any secret music careers or weird things you've done in your past that you really didn't want to talk about today? Because please share.
I mean, I started as a performer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, tell me about that.
Yeah, so I actually performed on the Jazzfest stage when I was like 15.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, back in the day, and I actually sang jazz. That is
Cool.
true, but I'm a trained classical singer. So
Wow.
yeah, and I started and ran a choir for 10 years.
Do you sing now, Dave? Do you still practice?
I don't have time. I
No,
have
okay.
a 3-year-old, and I run a festival and
building
a
house.
I'm building a house.
Building the house.
I am
nice.
not building
Well,
it, but
that's still paying
Yes.
a lot of work, right?
yes,
Yeah.
it's a lot of effort. So
Yeah.
I don't have time, but hopefully I'll go back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And how about you?
I don't have any secret music
No.
background. No.
No rap Elias.
No,
Alias?
I have like friends that are musicians and stuff like that. But
You mean like me?
like you, my husband actually used to play in some bands.
Oh.
He's from Ottawa area. We met when I was living in Ottawa. I'm from here.
And what kind of music style was he into?
Oh God, he was playing in like heavy metal
was gonna
bands,
say, it must
and
be
then
punk.
yeah. But actually, when we met, he was playing in this like kind of indie band, and I wasn't into that at the time. Like I was more into. I grew up in Dartmouth, had a huge love for hip hop,
Right.
and then kind of moved into not emo years, but I went more into like punk and hardcore. I was into hardcore for a little bit, and
Slipknot.
no,
not
not
that.
in the Slipknot. More, I'm wearing a Cancer Bats shirt right now, so that kind of gives you a bit
Speaking
of an
of
idea.
local, yeah.
But anyways, he was playing in an indie band, and I was just like, oh, so snoozy and kind of boring. And anyways, they did well. They did like a Canadian tour, and they were touring with some good bands at the time. But anyways, the realities of it were it wasn't paying the bills. And I know that is a struggle. It's a real thing in the music industry. And just kind of going back to like where, again, Garrison's stance on it and supporting, culture and arts and community. Like without music, there is no community. And that's like, you would recall, and I don't know if you've had any focus on podcasts about all the funding cuts to the art
We
and
talked
culture
about it here and there.
sector, but I know like that has impacted a lot of our partners.
Yeah.
You know, Halifax Jazz being one.
Yeah,
Pride.
we've talked about it a few times, and I totally echo that sentiment. Like, we have to value arts, and especially in the fact that you're now in a place where, like, if you think back 20 years ago when my friend and I had our little recording studio in the basement, our rent was $500. We could afford to do that. Like, we could afford to explore music and have fun and do all these things. I wouldn't have that like luxury now, right? If I was a young person trying to, start their career, I wouldn't have enough money. And so these arts programs were needed. They were really the only thing keeping art here, because you can't have art with incubation. It needs somewhere to go.
Yeah.
It needs somewhere to start the spark, right? It needs a platform.
But you guys are kind of helping in that way, because you guys remodeled down at the waterfront there, and you put stage in there.
Yep.
So you're gonna
There'll be a permanent stage and audiovisual.
And respectfully to you as a small business, though, I mean, you're not small, but you know what I mean. On a grand scale, you are. Like, if you think of like, that shouldn't be your responsibility. I like it's kind of a crazy thing to think that an arts community is getting reliance on small microbreweries, right? You guys are a massively successful one, but it still doesn't change the fact that, like, what, right? Like, you guys should be able to be a successful business. It's amazing that you do that, but like, they need more help.
It's just really unfortunate and a bit short-sighted, right? Because, a lot of talk is about job creation and bringing people to work here. We need more doctors. We need more this.
Yes.
We need more that. And people don't want to live in a dead city.
No.
I've been saying this. This is a theme that I've been saying is that, we need, as much as we need all these
Which
jobs, and we do.
That is true.
But people stay when they have things to do when they're not working.
For sure.
Yes.
And
Right?
look at the amount of universities that we have, even in Halifax, like the province as a whole, but students will graduate. And if there's nothing here that is going to keep them
gone.
here, and the city's not cool anymore, they're gone. They're going to go to Montreal, Toronto. They're going to go to
Especially the
Vancouver.
cost of living side. The cost of living is cheap. You at least have you give them the ability to build that little community, right?
for
So if it's super cheap to live there, then, I mean, the music starts to make itself, right? But, or, art or anything else.
It
Right?
brings people here too. So like if you have talented artists that are living in the province, that's gonna, balance more opportunities to bring people here.
Totally agree.
Because they see it and they see, like, Halifax is it. It's the place to be, and people are going to start talking about it, and it's going to put it internationally on the map. And I think we've gone through waves, and you see there's a lot of like big events. I mean, we're going into the weekend where Sail GP is happening.
Yes,
That's a big event. But the more that, the government loses focus on that, it's a slippery slope, because
totally
things will
agree.
start happening and then you can't correct it. You can't bring
It takes
people
years
back
to
once they
rebuild
leave.
it, like the film tax credit. We watched like
example.
a bunch of media institutes close here. Like, we had so many colleges for the arts and stuff.
Which
What,
don't
15
really
years back
exist
that don't
anymore.
exist anymore?
Yep.
It's quite a few. Like, we had a boom here, but we also had video games being designed here.
Yeah.
We had a tremendous different artistic avenues. So people would come here, love the city,
Yep.
after their little degree or whatever, stay here and get involved in something.
Yeah,
and
they had
drink
jobs.
and drink good beer.
Well,
Right?
here's
Good
the other
beer.
thing. Like, people move back. Tenille and I are both from here. We both lived away. We were both in Ontario.
Same.
We both moved back.
Same.
Because we're like, okay, I think like Halifax is it. I want to be back there. There's things to do.
Absolutely the same
It's
story.
affordable. I
Yep.
mean, this was 10 years ago. It was affordable to live and, to buy a house, start a family kind of
Yep.
thing. But as that kind of like is de-escalating, it's almost concerning. And if it's like, hey, let's pull away funding from arts and culture and what actually makes a city what a city is, then it's like, you've lost the plot at that point.
And even when we talk beer, right? I mean, you're in the beer business. It's
Yep.
like this. It's the cost of alcohol now is almost like a prohibition era in itself. Because when we were younger, we could have $20 in our pocket. We're sounding like
You're
old
talking
people
about
here.
dollar drinks,
You
right?
go
Yeah.
down the dome.
No, not dollar.
You'd go down the dome, and you could get quite inebriated, and you might not
still
have
get a
enough for a
taxi
cab.
home.
You could still get a taxi
Yeah.
home. I remember nights where we didn't have enough, and we'd walk across the bridge over to Dartmouth. That was risky, but we did that.
Dollar drinks at the Dome was a
Way
fun
back when.
time.
But
Yeah.
like we had those experiences, and I think I'm not saying like getting inebriated is a great experience. I like it I call it the reset button. I hit it every now and then. But I mean, at the same time, I think for young people to have those experiences where they're drinking together, partying together, having fun together. I mean, alcohol, is not the best thing for your body, but it's better than a street drug. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and if it's in a secure place like a pub or a bar where it's being administered, right, and that bar or pub is responsible, it's better than anywhere else. Right.
It comes down to occasions, and I think like we have this conversation a lot in terms of, the brands and the beer that we're making, who we're marketing it to. It's all about occasion. So I think like at the core, craft brewing was really focused on like, how can we make special occasions better? How can we like increase the quality and have people talking about local and ingredients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's like where it all kind of began. And then you look at music festivals, you look at going to the Wanderers, that kind of stuff. That's an occasion. You're going, you're enjoying it. Yeah. Beer, beverage, alcohol, RTDs, whatever you're having is being enjoyed at that occasion. So I think like at the forefront, we're looking at Halifax Jazz. How can we make that the most memorable experience for people going?
Nice.
Having the right products there, being mindful of like alcohol content and so forth, and just really like kind of making it a fun experience, because there's a lot of rules and stipulations around, service and alcohol in general. But when you're going to something like a live concert and you have access to amplify that occasion, that's what we're here for. That's like why we make good beer.
Well, and I think the thing too is I know there's lots of talk, and I've been sending you some stuff too, is like we're seeing the people in their 20s not drinking as much, and in their teens and stuff like that. I mean, that's not technically legal, but whatever, still.
We all know it happens. We all did it.
Exactly. So but we're seeing like the drinking age or the drinking amount, like the people who are drinking going down. And it's funny, maybe it's just my algorithm, but it's been like, I've seen people who are actually like accredited people talking about this and saying that, yes, we know studies are coming out about all these things, but like literally like everything causes cancer of some sorts or whatever if you have enough of it, right? Yeah. But what they're missing is what these young people are missing by not drinking. And it sounds like I'm like, go drink, but it's like there's a social element to it. Yeah, there's a relaxation element to it, where it's like, I'm not saying go and get hammered all the time, but they're staying home, playing video games by themselves, not being social. Their best friends are like in Utah, right? And it's one. I just picked that random. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
Shout out to Utah if you're listening.
It's far enough away, right, where you're not going to go visit them. Yes. But it's like and they're not having this like camaraderie where maybe you can make like some couple stupid decisions, not bad ones, but whatever, and you're missing out on this thing. And I've had like psychological doctors and medical doctors like who are saying this is that what we're seeing is this. What might be worse? Yeah, right. Loneliness and all that stuff that's increasing. The ability to not be able to cope, isolations, all this stuff,
anxiety, increased anxiety.
I'll even go so far as there's a Toronto-based creator who is he's an recovered alcoholic or recovering or however you want to phrase it, whatever. He doesn't drink anymore, but he had a problem. He had a problem before, and even he said, as someone who's an alcoholic, kids need to start drinking more. He even said it, right? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, but like again, do it responsibly. And I would say, do it with with craft local beer, because I mean, it's something that should be enjoyed. And I was saying this to you last night. Beer actually makes me happy. It's
not making me happy this morning.
But it's like, I like a beer. Like, I like beer. Like, I don't get as excited about just drinking in general, but beer, I do. It's like, it's a nice day. First thing I want to do is have a beer on a patio.
And like, think back to, we all grew up here, like sociables and that whole kind of thing it's so rooted in our culture as East Coasters. Like, you go anywhere else in Canada and you tell them you're from the East Coast, they're like, oh, you guys like your beer.
You guys know how to go.
There.
You guys know how to party. Yeah.
We do.
And it's still popular in Ireland. It's still popular in so many other countries. Like, you go to Europe, it's like, you go to Ireland, it's you're
Asian
expected.
Culture, beer is huge. We forget that there are cultures that do drink more than, you know, East Coasters, Canadians typically do. And it's just...
Russians are tough. Like, man, you can't drink. Like, it's hard to drink a Russian. So I was in Cuba one time trying, and I failed.
Yeah,
I failed that
You're
mission
actually still
terribly.
hungover from that.
I still have flashbacks.
Just I just want to point out we're sort of talking about the younger generation, and we at the festival, we think about that a lot, because if we're not introducing kids and youth to these environments in a safe, secure way, then we don't have audiences in 10 years. And I think that that's something we're so cognizant of.
Good
that
point.
It is, we want to create an environment where kids and youth feel comfortable coming in, so that they have that experience, so that they know they can imbibe or not imbibe safely, and that there's an environment for them to see live music, maybe have a beer, maybe not. We have non-alcoholic options as well.
Yeah.
I think
And those are great too. I have knob beers even
shout
doing
out
the
to
show all the
Brewing.
time. Yeah.
I love those guys.
Yeah, but it's something that we think about a lot, because our main audience is older, and that's a thing that we can't continue to focus on that group. We have to focus on the next one, and it's part of the reason why we programmed Men I Trust this year, which is that.
Jeepers,
There
what's that one?
is- I think
That's
that's
a hand dryer from
That's
the
the hand
bathroom.
dryer from the bathroom. That really
That's
picks
picking
up,
up
eh?
on the
Blender.
mic. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That is impressive.
Holy.
So I can't lean 6 inches back, but you can pick up the hand dryer.
You're not full of hot air.
I won't be able to edit that in either. That's the funny part. So everyone's going to hear that hand dryer. That's funny.
Yeah, that's staying in.
That's that hand dryer is going to make the show. That's
But
fun.
I do agree with what you're both saying, that, the younger generation, there's been a lot of focus on, mindfulness and
Which is huge.
trying to, do all the healthy things. I've been seeing all of these my algorithms messed up these days,
Yeah.
but
I
I've
can
been
agree. I can.
some of the stuff I
agree.
send you.
She sends
but
me
like
some for Instagram.
smoking's back. You guys know that?
Yeah, I've heard this.
Smokes are back.
Yeah.
So, and again, it ties into that social thing where it's like you can go and actually like have a smoke, relax, chat with somebody else. And it's that connection piece. It's the same idea as like when you're, having a beer with somebody, it's Friday after work, sitting down, having a chat. That whole smoking piece is back too.
It's
So
crazy.
it's like maybe we're about to hit this like turnover
That
because the world's on
1930s era?
fire.
Yeah, we're going back
where-
to the
Every
rolling
trend
30s.
comes back.
Yeah.
If bell bottoms can come back, so can smoking, I guess.
It's funny, like I'm always kind of like, it's just because I've never smoked, so I'm always a little bit taken back when I see someone like actually smoking. Sometimes I'm like, "Whoa, people still do that?"
Oh yeah, people still hack darts
Yeah.
all the time. Give me like 2 juicies, and I'm looking for a Belmont. I swear to God, don't actually. My kids will hear this someday.
Yeah, that's all right.
Those juicies pack a punch, though.
They do.
Yeah.
They're great.
That's,
They are
I-
good.
I
There'll be no
actually-
juicy at Jazzfest.
I wanted
just so
to do
you
a
know.
fun ranking of your beers actually
juicy.
Little
before
juicy.
I wanted to do your like list of your favorite beers at Garrison. I want to get back to that, but since
Okay.
the only thing I wanted to say about alcohol is you do have to realize and love that people that drink alcohol also realize that for some of them that it creates an underlying anxiety in their lives. And I mean, if you don't feel you should drink, you shouldn't. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, trust your intuition.
Very
And
responsible,
I know, and I'm just saying this as we have in our day, we had a whole different pressure. The pressure was to drink. It was to drink a lot, right? And we were ingrained in that. Like and if we look back on that, maybe that wasn't, we didn't take maybe as enough agency over ourselves as we should have in our generation as we grew up. We're all relatively the same age, I
Yep.
think, very close in
Yep.
age. So, I mean, I really respect
We're all
like
27.
I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm turning 28.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel 97 today, but
Why is that?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do my professor lecture here now. Why you got to stay safe, kids. But
Or you'll be
it's like,
hungover like you.
I think sometimes I call it the reset, but usually when I have too much to drink, it's like a set like plan. I do it with my friends like Matt, and we'll go to a cabin and we won't be
you
too
would love
public.
this. The last time we got really like pretty good, like a good buzz
Last
on.
night?
Before that. So we were at the comedy festival in Dartmouth.
Oh my gosh.
And we ended up staying at his parents' place place because they're not far.
Sorry, what comedy fest in Dartmouth?
Halifax Comedy Fest?
No.
You almost spit your water out. No, it was
Kathy Jones was there.
Kathy Jones was there, so it was a funny fundraiser in Dartmouth
Yes, it was
at
a
the Moat
fundraiser.
Lakes.
Okay.
All right. So it was a pretty small event, but it was a friend of ours and a gentleman who's been on the show, Mark Sauvé. He was hosting it at the time, so he invited us after we did his podcast. So we went. We agreed to stay at my parents, who live in Dartmouth, and
Far from.
But
His dad picked us up.
ended up having a little too much to drink, and it ended up turning
like
into
the
a
Dome.
Step Brothers episode because Matt and I were stoked when he
home.
came up, and I'm like, Dad, take us to McDonald's. I want a Big Mac, like super excited.
And then we
Street
go
McDonald's.
home. Then we go home, and I'm like, oh, your dad has a drum set. So I get on the drum set, and I'm playing the drums, and he starts rapping.
What time of day is this?
This
Sorry.
is 2 in the morning, 1 or 2 in the morning. So we are just yelling. We are
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah, we were having like the time of our lives. Passed out, woke up in the morning. We're like, oh, my parents were like, they weren't even mad. They were actually quite enamored. They were like, it was just like you were young again.
They didn't know they wanted those ears back. but
Yeah, I
you
know.
gave it to them anyway.
At 1
Of
a.m.
all
and
things, too, like I jump on the
Thursday
drums.
morning.
A drum set.
Yeah.
Drum set.
Your poor mom.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I think it's fun to let loose every once in a while, let your soul out. But
But maybe don't do it at 2 a.m. at your parents' house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Or maybe.
You're
Yeah.
gonna save. Oh,
Oh,
So I think with that, the alcohol lecture's over, and we should go to like some of the best beers that Garrison has to offer. Just a quick, fun kind of like my favorite's a little juicy. I have to. You
before
agree?
we go there,
Okay.
what beers are available at the festival?
Oh my god. Yeah, I think you actually know better than me. Georgia Peach, Little Juicy,
Nice.
Tall Ship Light,
Oh, you hit a little thing for
Hobby
everybody.
Boy.
Hobby Boy. I think those are the beers, and then the RTDs,
The RTDs.
as well.
And that was, again, just going back to having a broader range of products because, not everybody drinks beer. Not everybody
Yeah.
likes beer. So we started making RTDs, ready to drink, like pre-made cocktails, basically, 3 years ago to serve purposes like festivals, essentially, and just have another option. So we do like a lemon lime vodka soda. We do a non-carbonated peach iced tea, which is really popular.
Cool.
And then we have a brand called Dirty Shirley. So essentially it's like
Shirley Temple?
it's an alcoholic Shirley Temple.
Cool.
So it's like a grown-up, nostalgic
it was popular last
kick.
year.
Super
Yeah,
popular.
yeah.
I
So
want to get drunk, but feel like I'm 10.
yeah, well, and I mean, it's one of those things where it's hitting the trend because we had years of this, and maybe this is all tying back to like, maybe drinking is coming back and smokes are back and stuff. We went through this like no calorie, zero sugar phase with RTDs, and now it's actually the opposite. You're seeing a lot of full flavor, more sugary, again, higher alcohol kind of pre-made cocktails. So Dirty Shirley is one of those. We actually make it in a smaller format for the festival. Typically,
They're very accommodating for us.
we try, but it's we do 355 ml cans because it's 7% instead of the big tall boys of it. So yeah, there's a range, and then again, just with some of the non-alcoholic stuff, we don't make non-alcoholic.
No,
beer
we have a
at
partner
Garrison.
that does it though, right?
We do. So we're a partner with Tuesday Brewing, which is out of Calgary, Alberta. They only make non-alcoholic beer. They do it really well. It's pasteurized and shelf stable.
How did you guys forge that relationship with the spot out in Calgary?
It's kind of random. So it's a newer relationship. So they've been in business coming up on 2 years, and the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, actually. So because they're based out of Alberta, like that's where Tricks are and their head office is.
Okay.
The guy who started Tuesday runs beer festivals and out west. And it's really interesting because Brian Titus, who started Garrison, used to run beer festivals. Seaport Beer Festival. He was a partner of that for many, many years. So we got a call from this guy named Bill Robinson, and he goes, hey, like, we're coming out to Halifax. We're wondering if we can like chat with you about, kind of tying into your activation at the festival and all of this. And I go, I'm sorry, who are you? And anyways, he started telling me about this brand Tuesday and all of this. And I was like, I pulled up the website. I really like the branding. And I was like, this is cool. Why don't you fire some samples our way? Because that was 2 years ago. There's a lot of, craft breweries starting to make non-alcoholic beer.
I've heard it's very, very expensive to make.
Well, it costs the same as regular beer. However, it's the equipment. Like, you need to pasteurize non-alcoholic beer for it to be, safe for consumption, shelf stable, and so forth. So pasteurization is an expensive investment to make. We see that the rise of non-alcoholic beer is, rising, but it's a very small subcategory of beer. Anyway, so we chose not to make it. They were partnering with the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, which we've been, a partner of. This is year 4.
It's an amazing comedy event.
It's wicked. It's wicked.
World-class acts here to Halifax.
Yeah, for sure. And anyway, so we got talking with them, and they sent some samples, and we cracked them open in the boardroom, and we were like, this is really good. This is really, really good non-alcoholic beer. And anyway, so we decided, because they were looking at potentially expanding to the East Coast, that we would come on as a partner and distributor for Tuesday Brewing. So long story short, they're into the same kind of shit that we are. So we were like, hey, we've got, a long-standing partnership with Halifax Jazz. You should talk to them. And Tenille
and we did.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. So they're actually partnering and sponsoring a lot of, of the same stuff that Garrison is involved in too, because their views and their drive is very aligned with.
Nice. Are you guys getting the Garrison out to Alberta, or is that?
Oh, we've had Garrison in Alberta for years.
Oh, nice.
Forever. So not forever, but for a long time. So we have an agent out in Alberta, so you can actually get our beer. It's the wild, wild west. So it's
in Alberta,
yeah, it's all
Literally.
privatized.
Yeah.
So Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Yeah. So we're on the west coast. There's just a big gap called Quebec and Ontario that you need to hop over. But actually,
I think Rob Ford and Tim would buddy up and make a solution there for beer.
But
no comment.
Ford had the whole "I'm going to make beer cheap again" thing for a while there.
Yeah,
so.
he was trying to bring dollar beers back
like
there
a
for a minute.
personal
Remember that?
vendetta there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got to skip over this conversation because it's like rage bait for me.
Okay.
I can see
I'll
the
start
steam
following
No, this is a
around.
happy place. We're going to move on.
And I've got my Garrison hat on.
Let's go back to Joy.
No,
let's go back to her ranking.
ranking of the beers.
Oh.
I think that's a good time to do that. We're actually, we're almost getting to the hour, so after that we might do our fun questions, our dumb questions.
Yeah. We'll do the ranking first.
It's hard for me to rank it because, again, it's occasion based for
That's
me.
fair.
So
Okay.
it really, really depends on where I'm at, what I'm doing.
Okay, what's your number one right now?
Yeah, what's a beer
you
that
were
no
to
matter
order
the
a beer
occasion,
right
no
now-
matter the occasion, what's the one that you're
Tall ship all day.
You're a tall
all
ship.
day, every day,
Okay.
tall ship.
Okay.
And you have to understand, my first job when I turned 19 was working at the Celtic Corner over in Dartmouth.
Right on.
And shout out to them. They were supporters of local and craft beer early on. So I remember we had Garrison, we had Propeller on tap there, and it was not Tall Ship at the time. I want to say it was Nut Brown and Raspberry Wheat that was on, and the whole PB&J, a little half and half.
Yeah.
But eventually down the line, I worked there for, 4 or 5 years, maybe 3 or 4 years. We got Tall Ship, and it was Tall Ship Amber at the time.
Oh, no.
So it was a different beer than Tall Ship has evolved to today.
Interesting.
So when we moved back to Halifax in 2016, and I started working with the brewery at that point, I had to basically train myself to be like, okay, it's not Tall Ship Amber. It's not Tall Ship Amber. It's Tall Ship East Coast Ale. So the beer became a lot cleaner. The beer became a lot, I guess, more
More of
accessible for any
easy
occasion.
drinking.
Wider palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An easier drink, I think, is now. It's a very, if you were accustomed to kind of more of a generic beer, it's kind of a healthy first step into craft beer, I would say. Is that a safe
It
thing
is.
to say? Yeah.
It is. And I think it's like a very consistent beer as well.
Yeah.
So, and it kind of like, again, there's that nostalgic feel when I'm drinking it. Like it's similar. I feel like Tall Ship is in the same class as like a Schooner or an Olin's, but obviously better.
Much better.
You mentioned
much better.
PB&J, and I wanted to go back
Yes.
to that just for people who don't know or are not familiar with Garrison, because it's kind of a funny story how you guys have a PB&J beer. Do you want to kind of quickly tell us how you guys got there with that one?
Yeah, so out of the taproom down at Seaport, Nut Brown and Raspberry Wheat are two like original OG brands of Garrison. So
Not Brown, might be my favorite beer you guys ever made because I just loved it so much back in the day.
It is a fantastic beer, and you have to remember these beers are almost 30 years old.
They tested them out at Jazzfest.
Yeah. So I don't exactly know who started doing it, but all of a sudden people were pouring half nut brown, half raspberry wheat into a pint glass and drinking it and calling it peanut butter and jelly. PB&J. So this became kind of like a bespoke secret, if you know, kind
Secret
of
menu.
So if you're like sliding into a place that had both, it's like, hey, I'll take a PB&J. And the word kind of got out and around town. So we had never combined the two together and put it in a can. So we did that last year for the first time. So PB&J became a product that we sent to the NSLC, and it was gangbusters. It was just so...
I think it was awesome that you guys leaned into it because, like you said, it was kind
Right.
of this thing that was out there. So why not lean into it?
Yeah.
The other thing is here at the Oxford Taproom, we recorded our Christmas episode last year. We recorded it here, and with a bunch of people, we had people coming in and out and like doing voice acting and stuff like that for our stuff. Anyway, I had a beer that Elijah made for me. I was like, man, I don't care. Like everything you like, just bring me something, right? Bring me whatever. And he's like, you like to try something new? I was like, yeah, sure, whatever you have new, whatever. And he brought me up and I took a drink and I was like, Willy Wonka shit going on.
What was it?
Started floating.
It was a fuzzy peach beer. And it was like, it was Georgia peach, little juicy, topped with the dragon fruit sour.
Yep.
Wow, so it's the
on the menu
I
now.
thought it was
It's
just
on the
the
menu
two.
Is it
now.
actually on the menu?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It
It's on the
is
menu.
Who comes up with that?
Insane when you drink it.
People working here,
Yeah,
the
insane.
creative.
Oh my gosh.
And
I'm telling you,
passionate
I took a
staff.
drink and I was
do you
like,
know the
holy crap, this tastes
measurements?
like liquid fuzzy peach.
Is it like how much
remember.
like of the IPA is in it? Yeah, I thought it was half and half because I was going to try to make this for
Well-
Andrea tonight with the summer pack, like because we have one of the summer packs at home right now.
Yeah.
So
And you got little juices in your.
yeah,
I think it's I think
have
it's
a little
mostly
juicy,
the
Or
peach.
it
Yeah.
might be
I think it's like honestly, I think it's like 60% peach.
60% peach.
I think something like that,
Yeah.
60-70% peach with a little little juicy, and then you obviously have to put a little bit of the dragon fruit, like we'll call it 5 or 10%.
I think it's dealer's choice too. It's kind of like however you
Test it
feel
out.
on it, and if it's a Friday and you want to kind of get things going, maybe a little bit more juicy goes into it. than the other.
There you go. Yeah.
Little Juicy actually will be at Halifax Jazz Fest.
That's
for
my
the
top beer for you guys.
First year.
hands
it'll
down.
be-
It's one of my favorite IPAs in the
Yeah.
in the province. Like it'll be top 3 for
So
sure.
that's what you'll be drinking when you're down at the fest.
I think so. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. Or no, I'll probably be driving and I'll probably be having the
Tuesday.
Tuesday
Yeah.
beer because
Yeah.
I'll be taking my 14-year-old and she'll be like, you can't, they're
Very straight and narrow.
She's a very smart kid, right?
on
So
her.
she would.
Where do you guys live? Are you over in Dartmouth still? Or?
No. I live in. I don't really want to say. Far away place. No, I live out towards Zambro end.
Okay,
Right. Yeah.
got it.
But yeah, no, I love where I live now. It's kind of left civilization, like 20 minutes away. Like it's just quiet.
Yeah. I'm out in Prospect.
You're in Prospect.
Yeah,
okay.
we're both in quiet spots.
We're in Dartmouth, so it's typically with Jazz Fest we take the ferry over.
Oh yes.
And the ferry back.
Oh,
and
that's
then
beautiful.
If we choose to do so, I'm not going to lie, there's been a time or two where we've left the car parked at the ferry terminal.
Yeah.
Proper
Taken
thing.
an Uber home.
Yeah.
You're always very happy at the festival.
I am.
She
I
likes music.
absolutely
That's why
am.
she's happy.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the place to be in July. Is
Thank
Halifax
you.
Jazz. I look forward to
Okay.
it.
Got to ask you one question before we get into 10 questions. I know we're going long here. Sorry. But we ranked a few beers. Give us some of your favorite jazz fests. We got Lauryn Hill. Okay, that's a goat, right? What was a couple other like super memorable jazz fests or even a couple ones that you're super jazzed up for this year?
You really just needed to get that jazz
I said it
in
as
there a
many
couple more
times as I could.
Yeah.
Even
Also-
more times than I missed.
Yeah.
I was hungover.
I didn't want to ruin the moment like earlier because when you said Lauryn Hill, I was like, everyone was like, oh, I was this close to going to be like the lady from Sister Act. I kind of want to
But
throw that in there,
yes.
but yes,
Yes.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Great solo
I want to
at the
go in
end.
there like so like firmly and like make people think
What
that
a
was the
good
only
movie.
person.
Like
that
that's
was
something
awesome.
I need
It's
to watch.
a
I haven't
great
watched it
movie.
in forever. Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Yes.
Yes. Great movie.
I haven't
And
seen
Lauryn
that in a
Hill.
long time.
I can't
That's
remember.
So
it.
good.
Both
Yeah,
of
I
them were
know.
great.
I
Both
probably
movies.
watched it, but I just remember dancing in that movie. That's the only thing I can think
Yeah.
about when I look back on it. Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Who else? Bad Bad Not Good has always been really, really great. They've come a couple of times. Dr. John back in the day. St. Vincent's been there twice.
She's awesome, eh?
She's great. Last year was excellent, but in 2014 she was here as well when her like big album had just come out.
And that was an amazing album. I played it song for song.
So
I forget what it's
cool.
called. Was it called V or something?
God, it's escaping
Yeah, it was
me.
a
I
good
hope you were
record,
going to
like,
ask me,
holy
but yeah, it's
smokes.
escaping me
Yeah.
right now. But that show itself, like we almost had to stop it so many times because the fire marshal was,
And
telling us there's too many
she's
people.
super theatrical too.
Yes.
Like, she
yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah. On and off stage. Oh my gosh. Who else? Any number of people. But this year specifically, really, really looking forward to Men I Trust, as I mentioned. I think that's going to be a really cool show, very different for us. We don't generally go into pop, so that's going to be a great one. And again, Tower of Power, like really to start off our 40th year at the main site with this like huge funk band, have our local funk band there as well. I think that's going to be, that's going to be a really fun one.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So, and I'm taking the 14-year-old. What's a good rock band? So she's into 90s alternative, weirdly enough.
Broken Social Scene.
Broken Social Scene, number one choice for her. Yeah, I agree.
Well, and the person opening up for Broken Social Scene, her name is Loviet.
Oh my God. She's amazing. She's so
goddess from Halifax. Yeah.
Okay. So
good.
that's,
If
that's
you haven't listened to her, like she is about to blow up.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I know she is. Yeah, I've seen her on the gram.
The
that's
Instagram.
what them kids call it these days. The gram, right? You know.
Oh boy.
You're just
we done
aging
yet?
all of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You should hear me off the mic. Okay. Let's
10 questions.
10 questions. Let's go. We'll just go back and forth with them. They should be awkward and weird. And if they're not weird enough, Matt, I'm going to make them weirder. Okay.
These are pretty weird. I was my wife ran over a nail in the car, so I had to get the tires like fixed. Two new tires, both the back ones, right? So
Run
this
over the
morning,
same nail twice?
no. I just when you have an all-wheel vehicle, you should have the same tires and stuff.
following.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I was getting tires put on. Anyway, I was writing these questions this morning while waiting at getting the car tires changed.
Oh,
so
Lord.
these are bizarre, but it is. I mean,
Bring it on.
Yeah, they go a little further as they go. But
Get weird.
yeah. The first one's not that weird. So, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. This one's not that weird. So, if you could book one musician, dead or alive, who would you want to perform at Jazzfest?
Well, that's mean. Do you have an answer while I think about it? Little Sims out of the UK.
Little Sims. Damn, impressive. How about you?
Dead or alive, who would I want to go and see? I would go with somebody like Jewel.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hands
be
down,
wicked.
I would be first in line.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now my brain is like, okay, Jewel.
Well,
Robin,
and I think of it because like
Katie
Steve
Lang.
Poltz, like that whole Steve Poltz kind of combo, because
And
I'm pretty
who's-
sure he wrote some songs for Jewel.
Who's the one you keep telling me to book? They opened up for Mumford and Sons when you saw them in
Oh my God, Steven Sanchez.
Steven Sanchez.
Nice. Yeah.
So
I think you
good.
send me that once every 3
I
months.
know, and you don't listen to me, and I'm just like,
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
gotta start listening.
Great
to me.
picks.
Steven
Okay.
great
Sanchez.
picks. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Question
Yeah,
two.
over to you.
I stopped looking at the list. What's the most bizarre thing you ever found left behind at the Halifax Jazz Festival? If you legally can't say it, that's okay. But if you can, tell us.
PG or not.
Doesn't matter.
I think you can go up to our rating.
So, a lot of drugs. The one that comes to mind, which is just funny, is we had an artist last year who threw chicken wings all over the artist trailer. So when they left the site, and I won't say who it is, but when they left the site, we walked into the artist trailer and all of the walls were covered in barbecue sauce.
No way.
Were they angry about something?
Yeah, the chicken
Possibly,
wings.
yeah, clearly. I don't know. I can't even,
spicy.
I can't even
Throwing his chicken
remember where.
out.
Maybe they weren't spicy enough.
Yeah.
If they were mad about something, it wasn't something that Jazzfest does. It was definitely something that was in their personal life happening. Which
Okay.
they
That's
actually
really
talked-
messed up.
Yeah.
which they actually talked about on stage. But
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
There's all
answer.
the hints.
Yeah.
Go back and
Yeah,
look.
there you go.
All right.
If you were there, you know.
Find anything? Anything? Where you're anything weird at a festival?
Or anything weird at the bar after,
Yeah.
after
That
a
would be a good
bar.
question.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
as a
So
bartender.
in the reefer coolers last year, actually, there was a box of water bottles, and they were really pretty. They're Guinness. And I'm like,
Oh my
what
God.
are these doing here? Anyways,
Which
I
we've
use that
never
water
been
bottle
sponsored
like
by
almost
Guinness.
every day now.
Oh.
And a friend of mine was working for the distributor of Guinness at the time. And I was like, this is so random. And he goes, I have no idea how those ended up there. But anyways,
Everyone
I
on
took them.
staff has
and now
one now.
everyone has a beautiful Guinness water bottle now.
It's guerrilla marketing at its finest.
Seriously.
Shout out to Guinness, yeah. They saw you guys making an impact. They just dropped off a box. They're like, yeah.
Exactly. All right, question number 3. So if the Jazz Fest, and this is actually something you guys can work on together because it's the marketing question in a way. If the Jazz Fest had a mascot, what would it be?
Oh my God. My safety manager would be so stoked that you just asked that. She wants to be the mascot so bad. I don't want to go with the obvious choice, so I'm not going to say saxophone.
I picture like a glowing giant star. Like a big star.
Really?
Walking around. I don't know why. I don't know. I just picture like a big light up, big
I was
star.
thinking,
That'd be kind of confusing. I'd be like, what's that star
what
there
was
for?
it? What was it? HMV had the record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we steal that?
I mean, they don't exist anymore.
Yeah, they're not-
Who's
they're not
got that
using it.
costume sitting in a storage room somewhere? We'll take it.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Put it out to the universe.
Well, since
I'm doing
tobacco's
it right
making
here.
a comeback, maybe a nice, like a cigarette as a mascot.
We used to be the Demorier Jazz Festival. So
They were your title sponsor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's hilarious. Okay, question number 4 there, Tobin.
Okay. When the festival is over, is it like tear down sad, or do you feel like a sense of like accomplishment and relief?
my favorite time is when the festival is over. It's such a marathon.
I imagine.
It's such a marathon. And then you go into the actual festival thing. And I had someone ask me last year what it feels like. And I said it feels like socializing for 100 days in 7 days. So it's just a really, really intense time. So there's definitely a lot of relief. There's a lot of joy in it too. I mean, you know, we've been talking a lot about occasions and all that kind of stuff. So creating joy is what we do. And that's a really awesome thing. And then there's a lot of exhaustion.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and your team work really hard to pull it off. And again, going back to the volunteer side of it, like that's wild that you have that many volunteers that come, they show up every single year.
Yeah.
They're always happy. They're always
we
in
try to
great
take care of them. Like that's a beautiful gift that they're giving us. And our festival isn't over until we have the volunteer party as well. So it goes on for a couple extra days when it closes. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, question number 5. So speaking of like, you know, getting all this ready and the planning and stuff like that, what's one hidden detail that comes to mind that the crowd like generally misses that you guys obsess about?
Toilets.
Okay.
Honestly, it's all the unglamorous sides of it. You know, I almost never worry about the performances because we book great acts, so I know that they're always going to be great. It's all the infrastructure. We take a empty parking lot and turn it into a festival site. So fencing,
Oh, yeah.
toilets, number of chairs.
And for you, event planning, like what's some of the things that you're just like meticulous about?
I obsess about the beer being cold. Cold storage is like
Cheers to
an
you.
obsession.
Cheers, cold beer. Hey.
Yeah, nothing's better than cold beer at a good festival.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things that sometimes gets overlooked, and it's like you need to have cold storage. You need to have enough cold storage, and you
100%.
need to make sure that you know the beer is sitting cold for a period of time before it gets put on. And again, that was one of the challenges of us doing draft there for so long because middle of July sometimes it's 30, 32
So much
degrees.
ice.
Yeah.
So much ice.
So much ice, and just like you know, beer needs to be cold. It needs to be served cold. It's
Great
the most
answer.
important thing.
That's good. Yeah.
I'd say the beer is more important than fences. It's just my humble opinion, but you
I
know,
would say most people would agree. That's why I do what I do and you do what you
Do you
do.
know what
Just
it's not necessarily more important than? Toilets.
Yeah. Also garbage. Garbage is a big one.
Actually, garbage and toilets are pretty top tier as well.
You would
Yeah.
notice if it was dirty and there were no toilets.
There's shit everywhere.
Do you remember
would
the
know.
Woodstock when they recreated that?
That was me with his hangover at 5 a.m. this morning. Yeah. I was like, oh my
Garbage
God.
and shit everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I'm just joking. That was a terrible, terrible thing. I should probably take that out.
No, you should leave it in.
No,
Question
that's
number
gotta
6.
stay in.
Question number 6 to you.
Okay.
This is the dad question.
What's this now?
The dad question.
Oh, yeah, this question. Okay. If you had... so you actually answered this for a teen, which was awesome. So if you had to do a music festival for elementary-aged kids, what acts would you book?
The same ones.
Yeah.
They deserve to hear the same music that we're
Good
listening
answer.
to.
You answered that question like a gangster. Congratulations.
Yeah,
That was really, you made that was smooth. Good job.
And I fully agree with that. We made a conscious decision when our kids were born that we were not going to like go down the Wiggles route or anything like that.
Yeah.
So our kids listen to real music
Yeah.
and they actually like they've discovered what they really like, and
Amazing.
it's not necessarily what we've pushed on them, but they do not listen to the kid.
I do have to just tell a story because my 3-year-old discovered What Does the Fox Say the other day. Speaking of our dome days. Oh my God. I've listened to that more in the last 3 days than I ever did in my whole life.
Oh my God.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I got to tell you this because my wife hates me for this, but it's also hilarious. So my 4-year-old, a song that is very obscure that my wife hates, but he asks for, is Inagata Davida.
That's so
I'm not even kidding. He says, "Can we listen to Iron Butterfly?" And my wife's like, "No."
That's so cool. I think that's
God.
I'm
neat.
like, "Yeah, sure, buddy." Yeah, she's
No
like,
problem.
"So I listened to 17 minutes of this song."
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love that you said you wouldn't change a thing. And I agree with that. I think it's like introducing kids to real music talent is
Not that, the other musicians for kids don't have talent.
You
It's
know,
just
your 3-year-old Snoop Dogg did a kid's record. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, you should put him
Maestro
on that.
Fresh West also has
Did he do one?
and
Oh.
a children's book for that matter.
Yeah.
Isn't there something to be said about like you've really made it as an artist when you're on Sesame Street?
Yeah.
I think
Oh, I
so.
believe
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
And
But I
back
think
to
Sesame
Sykes.
Street has the same attitude. It's not like they're booking,
yeah.
That being
kids'
said,
music only.
for next year, like if you want to like book like Raffi, I think all of us our age
I
and
would.
younger, like, right?
I would.
I remember seeing
love
Fred
Raffi.
Penner as an adult, and it was amazing.
Yeah, but that's a different breed.
Yeah, it was
You
weird
know.
and cool though.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I'd rock out to Baby Beluga for sure.
Exactly. Right? Cat came back.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
All right,
It's me. Yeah. So what's a more like kind of recent, either recent to you or even just a newer on the scenes group that just can't leave your ear right now?
You are on the scene.
I think to Music Nova Scotia and that kind of like group of artists that I've seen at like Nova Scotia Music Week, there's definitely some performers that come out of that I can't get out of my head. And what is the name? So like KO and
KO's
there's a
awesome.
few
Million
different-
Vibes?
Million Vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Million
What's the
Vibes.
vibe?
Million Vibes.
Oh my God, they're gonna be so pleased.
Who else is in that?
Basil.
collection? Basil. Oh,
yeah,
Basil. Oh my God, he's the
Who's
sweetest
performing this
person
year?
in the world.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
very
yeah.
cool. Okay.
The guy from Halifax was telling us about him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah.
Basil and brain dead.
Oh my gosh, a Renier.
Yes.
Also very, very sweet.
And they have other people that kind of pop in and out,
Yeah.
but like Million
Yeah, that
Vibes
whole
is
crew is
amazing.
great. One of the standouts last year, who I've still been sort of following, is Bill Rickey.
Oh my gosh, they're so good.
Great. More on a bit of a country twang to them, but really, really cool.
Yes.
Up and coming for sure. And again, I'll shout out Loviet. Very, very cool stuff happening there.
Yeah.
And not new to the scene, but new album coming out, which I'm very excited for, is Jungle's new album.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you know Jungle.
I'm
They're in the
not
funk
familiar
realm.
with him. Okay, you must be into funk a little bit, are you?
I love a little funk.
Wow, I had a minute with that. Yeah,
You should check
yeah.
them out.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right.
I want to ask you a quick question. There, this kind of my question.
Oh, okay.
Garrison Grounds. I'm really excited about this comedy festival, and since we might not get another chance to do the show before then, what comedy acts are you most excited for that's coming to that? There's some incredible names. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is there like an act in particular you're fond of?
Well, I'm looking forward to Nikki Glaser.
Yeah, she's
I think
awesome.
like,
Yeah, she's
certainly like females in comedy are a little underrepresented.
Females on stage.
Females
Yeah.
on stage.
No.
But I think that's going to be a really, really great show.
And it's an all-lady lineup that night, is it not? Is that the one with Femme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else was there that night? I can't. I mean, I don't want to say the wrong name.
Fortune.
Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fortune.
Fortune Films. She was great
She's
in,
funny,
in
man.
Mindy.
Oh yeah.
The Mindy Project.
Oh, she's awesome.
It's a great
And
show.
yeah. I think Nikki is one of the best comedians going right now. I think top 5. Like, honest to God,
She's like, I mean,
But
she's
just doing
always
it
been
today.
pretty good,
Wow.
but like, I think the roast has propelled her.
100%.
The Tom
In a-
Brady roast
in a good
really
way.
That
shot
was
it up.
huge.
Yeah.
Steph Tolev is,
Okay.
is performing
yeah,
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super, super funny.
I'm also, a
Cam
big,
Patterson.
I'm also a big fan of
So excited.
Taylor Tomlinson. I like her. I like her stuff. I like what she talks about and things like that. Yeah. She's not coming, but I just like her as a female comedian.
I'm not going to be here that week, of course. I'm going to miss it, but I'm sad I'm going to miss it.
I know the Matt Rife shows are like probably going to be some of the busier ones
Yes.
just because
He's super
of all
popular.
of that. But like, I find Andrew Schultz really funny.
Yeah.
Schultz is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Andrew Schultz, we're looking forward to that.
Which is where, Cam Patterson, I just said.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's
Yeah.
on that show. He's great too.
Cool.
But I find like the best acts are when there's somebody up on stage that I'm unfamiliar with and you're just like discovering new
That's the
hilarious
beauty of a
talent.
festival.
is.
Music,
Yeah.
comedy,
That's-
otherwise.
Both
It's
cases,
discovery.
absolutely.
right?
Like the
Yeah.
Jazz Fest, you go down there, you're guaranteed you're going to walk and hear something that you
Yeah.
like and kind of blows your mind. And it's so cool. I went to Stand Fest last year for the first time, never been in my
Great
whole life.
festival. They're also
Such a cool festival. They're just
40 years,
yeah,
35 years.
40
something like
years.
that.
So I'm going back this year.
Nice.
And like
Really well run.
totally chill festival, very
Yeah.
well run. Big Spruce. Shout
Yeah.
out to those guys up there, and they do a great job with the beer at that event. Right?
Yeah, they
I loved it last year, and we're going back.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
So.
All right. So now question number 9. This one is like,
Oh, this is
Philosophical
I don't even
and wild.
understand what you were
This
asking.
is when
here.
you've been at the tire shop for an
Oh,
hour.
yeah.
You're just losing
Fumes
your
are
mind.
getting to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
getting
Got
a
it.
hot
Okay.
sweat or something. I don't know what's happening in this one. Okay.
so if you were going to be offered an unlimited budget to put on the festival next year, but
Is the government listening?
yeah, but for the entire year,
Tim just turned off. the
you
podcast.
have to.
Yeah, you've been canceled.
Yeah, that's right.
But for the entire year, you are going to be chased by a particular animal, and you can only get that unlimited budget if you don't get caught. And you have to pick between a cheetah, a bear, a monkey, or a crow. What animal are you going to pick to evade for an entire year to get that unlimited budget?
Say the animals again.
So it's a cheetah,
bizarre.
bear, monkey, and a crow.
Like, which
Crows
animal
are
are you the
mean.
most fearful of? Is that kind of
No, it's just if it
Well, I'm
catches
not
you, it's like
fast,
tag.
so
Think of
it's-
it like tag.
What do you mean? if
What
it
kind of
catches you?
bear?
Like if it's like
if it catches
tag.
you, you don't get the
You don't get the
unlimited
budget.
budget.
Exactly.
But I don't die.
No, you don't die.
Okay, but what kind of bear?
Which bear is best?
Bears, beats, Battlestar Galactica.
Exactly. That's the right response.
You know what? I've just understood this question now. Finally, it took me that long.
Yes.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So you're being chased for an entire year.
Any one of these animals would get your ass. I'm
Oh
not being
my
mean,
God.
But they will. I mean, you or me. I
But
mean,
okay.
I'm not saying just you. I think you'd have.
Is a crow really going to get you? Like,
Well, can I just stay inside all year?
You could. That's
That'd
what
be-
you pick your animal and you tell us your strategy.
I mean, honestly, it's going to have to be the crow. I mean, the thing is with crows is that they will hold a grudge.
they do. They're highly
do.
intelligent.
Forever.
They're one of the most
Yes.
intelligent animals.
So, and it passes down through generations.
yes.
Did you know this?
Yes, they teach their young to hate you.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously,
So if
and
I-
they teach you to like you. They teach
Yes.
their young if a human is friendly and they'll bring you
we-
gifts.
we have
and if
crows
they
that
don't
deliver
like
gifts
you,
to the house 'cause
they
the
teach their
Andrews are
kids to
good.
not like you.
See,
Yeah.
this is the thing.
Yeah.
So,
Amazing. I
if,
didn't
if
know
I
that.
pick a crow, that's a lifelong.
Grudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a generation.
Whereas
right there.
I don't know, I feel like the other ones maybe they'd give up after a little while. Oh, my
man.
God, I don't know.
what's the lifespan of a crow?
I don't know. Good question.
Good question. I have no idea.
Long enough?
What's the average wind speed velocity of a swallow?
Are you asking that because you actually know?
He probably does.
No, I don't. Okay. No. That's a question. It's a question for Monty Python Holy Grail.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Are you teeing yourself up?
All right.
here?
Are we done with this question?
No. So you pick crow.
I pick
You
crow.
When you
Yeah,
pick-
you have a.
I don't know. I'm not putting the festival on, so that's an irrelevant question.
You
for
can
me.
take a pass on that.
All right.
Good
Take
for
a
you.
pass, that's fair.
I understand.
Tell us in the comments if I chose wrong.
These questions, this last was too long. I would just like to say, I mean, again, last time the
Last question's too long.
No, I'm not doing that one. So to like be
Ask
in.
the one you got rid of.
No, stop. But just like to be in Halifax. I mean, you both left. You both came back.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing about Halifax? In your heart, what's your favorite thing about being in this city?
I'm gonna. Oh well, now you have to ask the question. They're over here laughing at it.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
It wasn't funny to me. I didn't
I
even
find
understand
it
it.
funny.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
really
Okay,
funny.
ask that question, then come back to this
Okay.
one.
Okay. I'll do my sentimental question as
Yeah,
the
you
last
do that.
call.
Yeah, exactly. That's
All
a good
right.
idea.
Okay.
So if you had to pick 4 non-musicians to form a band, who would you pick and what would the name be?
Right here at this table under the moniker TOB, obviously.
There you go.
Oh, all right.
TOB stands for taking over, bitches. I didn't tell you that, did I? Yeah.
That's after my name, actually. Those 3 letters. Yeah.
That's your degree.
Not
Okay.
CEO, I'm TOB.
Sorry, I just didn't want that to go on too long. Okay, we're done with that? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, good. All right, let's do that last bit. So, favorite thing about Halifax, just something endearing that you really love about this city. We've talked a lot about it. We all left and came back, I think. Right?
Yep.
Matt,
Not me, I stayed.
You were solid. You never left. You're loyal.
Faith was always there.
Yeah.
You first, Meg.
Sorry, can you repeat the question? I just zoned out.
We've gone on too long. Meg's gone.
I know. Yeah, I'm tapping out too. I'm starting to get tired. Favorite thing about Halifax?
Favorite thing about Halifax?
Yeah.
Other than me.
It's the people. It's the people. And I said this when I moved to Ontario. Like I went to school in Ottawa and then I was bartending, but I had been working at the Celtic Corner and then started another job. And the one thing I could describe is like, okay, I felt this sense, and no shade to like people from Ontario, but it's like people sitting at the bar weren't really engaging with each other. They kind of sit there unless they were being engaged with. And what I would notice in Halifax is 2 random people could be sitting side by side at the bar on a Friday night. Next day, buddies going to their family barbecue with them, fast friends, where, other places of the world don't have that. People are a little bit more guarded and not standoffish, it's not the right word, but they're just not as like, welcoming and like zero filter. So I find with Halifax, it's more people notice it and people say it all the time. We have a lot of people that, associate with East Coasters with being really, really friendly and everything. But I just find Halifax, you can get to know people a lot quicker than other parts of the world.
There's a certain kindness.
Well, and just think
It's
it's
kind of unique.
When you guys were down at the brewery the other week there, just with chatting, it's like, I know more about you guys in 5 minutes than I do.
We vibed immediately, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was awesome meeting you as well. But what's your favorite thing about Halifax?
I'll say the same thing as the people, but I'll say it in a very specific example. I've been working festivals for over 15 years. Big festivals, big Rolling Stones tours, all this kind of stuff. I've done a lot of that kind of stuff. One of my favorite things to do at festivals is to stand at the very back of the crowd and see what's happening. That is an exercise in community joy. And when I do it here in Halifax, there is such a special quality to that crowd, which is what the people bring. There is a kindness, there's a lot of love, there's just an extra sparkle to that joy. And I think that is a really amazing thing to witness. It's a really amazing thing to be able to build here in the city. And, it's why I came back. And it's certainly why we do what we do at the Halifax Jazz Festival. So
It's a lot of
people,
work. Yeah.
but
A lot
joy.
of work. Yeah. It's hard work to and you guys. Thank you guys both so much.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Garrison, for hosting
Yeah,
the show
thanks,
or this
Garrison.
episode. And thanks. Please go check out the Halifax Jazz Fest. Right, you got nothing to lose. It's free. Get out of the house. Go have some fun.
Amen.
Take
And also,
care.
buy the paid tickets too.
Yes, support. The festival needs people to buy tickets so
Yes.
that it can continue on. It's so
Yeah,
important.
that's a really good
and,
point.
And
So-
it's accessible. Like it's not crazy expensive. You see some ticket prices for shows in and around Halifax. Halifax Jazz is, very, very affordable.
Yes, buy some tickets. Please follow our podcast. If it's your first time listening, we really appreciate you guys sticking it out with us. Have a great day.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, guys.